Welcome to the Native Diamond Podcast.
Oh, shit! What you waiting for?
What the fuck is up, everyone? Seth Mc here with the new podcast episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I really do appreciate it. Every time you guys come back, week after week after week, I just couldn't ask for anything else. Real quick, I gotta plug this. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. That way you are notified every time I drop a new podcast episode or reaction review video. Okay? But anyway, today it's a fun one. I'm talking to Marlene Mendoza on this show, and she is a metal singer-songwriter and also a music teacher. This one is dedicated to the people that are contemplating going to school for music and going down that whole avenue, because it's just an insightful conversation to embark on. Anyone who's kind of questioning it, they want to kind of weigh out the pros and cons. You know, I'm speaking to a music instructor. She did 4 years of music school, so I just feel like her take on it is very reputable. She's a very well-educated person. Marlene also does reaction reviews like me. We talk about that and what that's like, I guess. So if you're a content creator, music professional, this one's for you, okay? I feel like there's a lot to be taken away from this. Anyway, I'm going to shut the fuck up. We're going to talk shit, have fun, we're going to laugh. We're going to play some music. Stick around for the mid-roll where I show off my hidden gem, okay? Go get your favorite beverage. Let's get it popping on today's show. I'm ready. Who's ready? Sit down. Shut the hell up. No, I'm just kidding. Let's do it.
This is Callboy. Pay back for all of your sins. This is Callboy. Look back at what you have done. This is Callboy. Pay back for all of your sins. This is Callboy. Look back at what you have done.
What's up, everyone? Seth Mc here. This is Native Diamond Podcast. Thank you for tuning in, as always. And today we're going to have some fun because I'm hanging out with Marlene Mendoza, metal rock singer-songwriter and music teacher.
Yes. Hi, everyone.
What's going on?
Not much. Cold, trying to stay warm
Yeah.
over here.
Definitely. All right. So how I start off every episode, if you've never seen this before, I have 21 icebreaker questions, and they're either or style questions. They're pretty easy. Can't talk today. But all you got to do is say the first thing that comes to mind. And you can
Okay.
always pass. Like if you don't know who either of them are, just say pass.
Sounds
All
good.
We'll get it started with the first one. All right. First question. Ginger or spirit box?
Oh, damn. Okay. I'm really liking Spirit Box right now. I love them so much. They're going to be the best ever. I love them.
All right, sick. Sorry, I'm trying to change the sound. I have my speakers playing and it's coming out of my headphones, so it sounds crazy. All right. I was doing reaction videos just before I started this. I recorded two, and I noticed that you do reactions as well. So
Yes. I totally understand.
yeah, I had my speakers all crazy after that whole setup. But anyway, next question: meat eater or vegetarian?
Meat eater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you eat a lot of? That's always a question on the show for some reason.
I like chicken. I like chicken. Sometimes beef, like if it's like a hamburger, cheeseburger kind of situation.
Mhm.
But I like more meat. Yeah.
I feel that. Any good spots like where you moved to recently that you know about?
Well, I mean, this is everywhere, but I really like Wingstop.
Oh shit, yeah.
So good. So good. I love
sure.
wings.
I'm vegetarian, but I feel like every vegetarian tells you that. They're like, I'm vegetarian. That's like their thing.
No, but there's a lot of good vegetarian food too that
Mhm.
is super cool. So
Definitely. All right, next question. So, first one that comes to mind: Falling in Reverse or Bring Me the Horizon?
Falling in Reverse.
What you
Oh,
said?
but I like that's a tough one though, because I do like Bring Me the Horizon too,
Yeah.
and they're really dope. But oh, that's a tough one though. I said first Falling in Reverse, but I like both of them though.
I saw you did the Falling in Reverse reaction, and then Ronnie Radke like shouted you out.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Just woke up one day and all of a sudden you were on his page or whatever.
Yeah, like someone like hit me up on like Instagram. They're like, Ronnie Radke's reacting to your video. I was like, wait, what? And they clipped it for me, and I was like, whoa, okay, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty crazy. All right, cool. Next question. Watching sports or playing video games?
Playing video games.
Oh, so you're a
Definitely.
big gamer?
Yeah, I've been playing Warzone a lot lately on Xbox. I used to play it like on the PC, but I like kind of like being lazy and just
Yeah.
being on the couch.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I haven't played video games in a long time. Like I kind of like got out of playing video games once I started the podcast because it was just like
Yeah.
it was just kind of a distraction, you know? Like I couldn't do all these things I wanted to do in one day.
For
So,
sure, yeah. It's good to like do it when you have like a little bit of break or you
mhm.
just want to like relax a little bit and just like I'll just play a little bit, maybe one game
Yeah.
and have fun with it. But I've been playing that and like during quarantine I've been also playing like Animal Crossing. Like I got
Oh,
a
cool.
Nintendo Switch, but I kind of stopped playing it. It was too much.
Yeah. That sounds dope though. A lot of my friends play like Minecraft for some reason.
I haven't played that yet, but it's interesting.
Yeah, sounds really interesting. All right, next question. So, what have you watched most recently? A new movie or a new TV show?
New TV show.
Oh, sick.
Well, I'm watching My Name is Earl, even though it's an old
Oh,
like
yeah.
TV show, I haven't seen it. So I was like, all right, let me like catch up on it.
hmm
And I've been just kind of been watching that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I've been watching that too, and like my wife's been watching that as well. And it's funny because like yeah, it's I remember hearing a lot about it in like 2010 or something like that. It was like
Yeah.
early 2000s. But yeah, I'm finally now catching up to that and like kind of watching shows that I grew up watching and I didn't really understand because I was like way younger.
Yeah.
And now watching it, it makes a lot more sense, I guess.
No, yeah, it's definitely different watching it when you're older because it's like, oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, little things. Yeah, I didn't understand that show at all, but now I understand it's like this whole like karma thing.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. All right. So who's the better vocalist? Tyler Carter or Telly Smith?
Ooh. I'm gonna say Tyler Carter. But yeah, that's all I want to say.
Dude, that's awesome. So are you a big like Issues fan?
I like Issues a lot, but I've been hearing like bad things about like
Yeah.
him, so I'm like, oh no. But musically, they're really dope. I really
Yeah.
like them.
Do you have a TikTok?
I do have a TikTok. I've been on TikTok, yes.
Do you like post videos or are you just a lurker?
I'm more of a lurker. I love just looking and lurking like, oh, that sounds cool. There's a lot of funny things. TikTok is really fun to like just
Yeah.
watch those.
Yeah, I did like I don't even know what you would call it, like a post or a TikTok or like whatever. You know how you would say like a tweet for Twitter, but I haven't really figured out the whole TikTok slang yet, but like I did like a video and it was like bands that got canceled that surprised you or whatever.
Yeah.
And like Issues was one of those bands for me. And it's just crazy. But like I don't think you should like discredit the whole band or like cancel the whole band because one
Right.
person fucked up, you know?
Right, exactly. Right. No, that is true. I mean, it's a you kind of sometimes maybe want to separate the person from the music. Sometimes it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, Issues is great.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah, because like there's other members in the band, obviously, they have families and there's
Right.
like a whole team around this band to like make money. So it's like you're affecting a lot of things.
Right.
I don't know. I don't really like some of the cancel culture I've been seeing.
Yeah, it's happening a lot. It's happening a lot, but um I don't know. It's interesting
Yeah,
what's going on with it.
definitely. Which have you spent money on recently? Tattoos or band merch?
Band merch. Yeah.
What bands have you been like buying from?
Um I've been supporting like some of my like friends that are in bands and like getting their merch. And like some other like clothing companies too. Mostly like friends, band friends that they have merch and
Mhm.
want to support them for now because I know things are tough now.
Yeah.
So I try my best to like help them out.
Yeah, I feel that. Well, all right, so this is gonna be a tough one, maybe. All right, so next one, Baby Metal or Nightwish?
Oh man, okay. I'm gonna say baby metal. So like I've been doing like my reaction videos and I've done Nightwish and I feel like a lot of the comments on the people that are fans, they're just
Mhm.
so obsessed with them. And they are really talented. I like
Mhm.
Nightwish is cool, but baby metal's more up my alley.
Okay,
So but they're both great. They're both great.
that makes a lot of sense. Like, what is your not genre? Not that genres matter, but like, are you listening to like more like metalcore or like emo or like what's your thing?
More like yeah, metalcore, I would say. I listen to
All
more
right,
of that.
that makes sense. So, like, did you do a Architect's reaction or something like that?
Not yet.
Okay, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, because I was lurking through the reactions that you did, because I do reactions too, and I was wondering like what you mainly like, go for or whatever. And I saw a lot of like metalcore, and you kind of sprinkled in like some like Gnarls Barkley or something like that.
Yeah, well, I try to switch it up. But it's mostly like metalcore or like um more of mostly metalcore, I would say, yeah.
All right, sick. That's like right up my alley. That's all I really talk about on the show.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's my shit. All right, which sucks worse? Playing in front of 10 people or someone slamming your music in the comments?
Um, I would say someone slamming my music in the comments because that it does hurt. But if it's like 10 people in a crowd, it's at least you came in to support, which I appreciate a lot. So that doesn't suck that bad. So
I feel that. All right, so when there was shows, were you at the merch table or are you at the bar?
I would say merch table. If I go to the bar, it's probably maybe to talk to people,
Mhm.
and just getting water.
I feel
Stay
that.
hydrated.
All right. Next question. Eskimo Callboy or If I Die First?
If I die first. Eskimo Cowboy is very strange.
Yeah.
They're very strange. I can't. Oh man, just watching them. Yeah, there's so much to talk about.
Yeah, no, they're just like really, I don't know. They're just like going for it.
Pretty much.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, how do you describe that?
I don't know how I would describe that. I don't know. They're kind of like they're doing their thing. Let's
Yeah.
just just put it that way.
Yeah. They're definitely a fun band though. Like,
It's good to have fun. Yeah, they're definitely a fun band, and they look like they're having fun. So that's what matters.
yeah. What was your favorite Eskimo Callboy music video so far?
Well, the one recently I saw was the Hypa Hypa one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Just like
that's
their outfits and it's crazy.
yeah. For me, it was like the wigs or whatever,
Yeah, the
the
wigs.
mullets. It was weird.
Super weird.
Um, I noticed though you did like a "If I Die First" reaction.
Yes.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I really like that band. Like Lil Lotus is really cool. I like his solo stuff. I liked, all his like "If I Die First" stuff kind of sounds like early Census Fail for me.
Yeah, it does. It does, which is super dope because I feel like that sound not a lot of bands are doing in a
Yeah.
sense recently. So it's pretty cool to have that sound like come back in a sense
Yeah.
this year. So
Yeah, I think it's cool because you add the modern production and like how crisp it can get now. I don't know. Like I like the improvement of like recording and like how that sounds now.
yeah.
Like I don't know. I'm a big Knock Loose fan or whatever. And I was wearing like their hoodie, but it was got really fucking hot up here. So I took it off. But like I just like the fact that they had that modern production and like, Earth Crisis and like early bands like that. Like it was not like raw, but it was kind of rough around the edges, sort of. It
Yeah.
wasn't like pristine like it is now. Like I don't know, but it's just like really crazy how incredibly good it sounds like these days
No,
recordings.
yeah. It's been a good progression lately. So
Definitely. Do you you record a lot of your own stuff? Obviously,
yes.
what DAW system do you use?
I use Pro Tools.
Okay, so that's pretty much like the standard across the board.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool. How long did it take you to get like acquainted with like Pro Tools?
Um I feel like there's always something new to learn about like with Pro Tools, but I would say like maybe a couple months. It
Okay.
does take a little bit of some time. I mean, it does, I before Pro Tools like I was doing Logic,
Hmm.
and so like if you know a little bit like, press record and everything, the
Yeah.
basics and stuff. So it wasn't too bad, but to get like really like, like comfortable, I would say like a couple months.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Next question. So, if there was an alternative music stock market, who would you rather put stock in, Poppy or Jairus Johnson?
Poppy.
All right, sick.
Yeah. Because
Have
I
you
know.
heard?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, have you heard of Jairus Johnson?
No, I actually don't know who that is.
All right, cool. I'm gonna try to find him. Can I play a little
Yeah.
snippet so we can hear this? Well, basically, I found him he was on Punk Rock MBMA, and he basically is like a TikToker guy. I don't know what to call him, but he did a cover and he pretty much caught the attention and got signed through
Oh, really?
TikTok. Yeah. So
That's so cool.
here lately, I've been preaching to everyone like get on TikTok because it's just such a good platform. But
It is.
all right, so I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna hide my notes. The last time I shared my screen, everyone was like reading my notes.
It's like, what?
Yeah, they were like, "All right, I already knew what question you were gonna ask." It's like, oh, perfect. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna play a little bit because I'll get sued if I play too much.
No, yeah.
Into pieces. This is my last resort.
Oh.
Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. Don't give a fuck running through my head. All these years wishing I was dead. Took a walk outside, made a million stand. Gotta see this through 'cause I can't say goodbye. I'm living on the edge, now I'm MIA. And never come back, never.
All right,
Okay.
I gotta keep it short, but
I think was this the is this recent? Is this where like I saw Papa Roach post that they did like a remix
yeah,
and they had like a video out for it?
it was with this kid. He like
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that's his name. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
It is pretty cool. I think it's cool that like you can use TikTok in that sense of like getting attention where you need it.
That's super cool. That's really a good accomplishment just from TikTok. Wow.
Yeah, like so you get on TikTok a lot, right?
Yeah.
All right, so like all the trending sounds or whatever. He basically like made a song out of one of the trending sounds. I don't know what it is, but I think it's it's either like a banjo or just some silly goofy thing. And he made a song out of it basically. So like I don't know. I've been trying to get on TikTok more because it's basically like an easy way to market yourself without having to pay a lot of money because the outreach on
That's
it is
true.
pretty insane.
It is. It is. I like you can go viral like pretty quickly too with
Yeah,
it.
it's not like IG how it is now, and you have to pay for any kind of
Yeah,
outreach. And
exactly.
that sucks is turned into that because like I don't know. But TikTok's like the Wild West. It's like the old MySpace. I feel like it's really
Yeah.
working for people right now.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next question. WandaVision or The Handmaid's Tale?
Mm, I don't know any. are th- are they books or something?
No, it's like all right, so WandaVision, do you like Marvel comics or like that whole universe?
Oh, not well, sort of, but not really. Like I'm not
Not
too
like
in.
super into it, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. I started watching WandaVision. It's on Disney Plus,
Okay.
and it's basically like Wanda and Vision or whatever, and it's like a sitcom, like early. Well, it starts off like as a '50s sitcom or something like that,
Oh, okay.
but it's really cool. Like that's basically my fucking background over here. But
Oh,
like,
okay. Oh, there you go. See.
yeah, I was just plugging it, but that's what I've been obsessed with lately, watching. But
I'll
um,
definitely take a listen. Watch that for sure.
The Handmaid's Tale is like a Hulu original. And
Okay.
it's just kind of strange. I don't know how to I don't want to give it away, but it's really strange, but it's interesting. Like I've tried to follow suit and watch, but it's just like my attention span is just not always there. So it's hard to watch a whole series.
It's hard sometimes.
Yeah, All right.
Okay.
So who would you rather do a feature with? All Time Low or Black Bear?
Oh. Hmm. Oh, that's a tricky one. I'm gonna say maybe All Time Low because I believe I heard a recent song from them with like Demi Lovato. I might be wrong.
Mhm.
I don't know if you've heard. Um, and I think it sounded really cool. So there's like a lot of potential. But then Black Bear, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the electronic. Yeah. So like
Yeah.
he has
Is he like hip hop? I'm not really sure
like
about.
hip hop. Yeah. It's like he has like these elements that are like so but he has like a pretty cool they're both good. They're both good. So I
Yeah.
can't it's hard to decide.
Um, have you like heard of Featured X?
Yes. Yes, I have. Is that the where they there's like a lot of musicians there and then you get to
Yeah,
like
you basically can sign up like an artist or whatever. You'd like pay for their time or whatever, and then they'll
yeah.
help collaborate on a song with you. Like I don't know, I think that's such a cool like service, and it's just probably going to be easier for like people like you yourself, other solo artists to be able to work with other artists that are doing solo shit as well, because then you're then expanding your audience or whatever. That's
Yeah,
such a
for
cool
sure.
option that that's successful these days.
No, yeah, I've heard about it. I've seen like all the musicians that are in it. I think it's really cool. It's a really cool service, and definitely it's something to definitely take advantage of, especially nowadays.
Mhm.
You could just be like, oh, I really want this person, and then you just do your thing, and I think it's cool.
Um, would you like ever like entertain like doing something like that?
Yeah, yeah, I think it would be cool.
What artists would you like want to work with first if you could just like pick any artist?
Oh, that's hard. That's that's really hard. It depends like on the song, it depends on the vibes for it. Um it depends on a lot of things too.
Hmm.
Cuz it's hard cuz if I can, I'll pick everybody there. Do something with it, but it depends.
All right. So which would you rather visit? An amusement park or historical town?
A historical town.
Okay, sick. Like, what's the last one that you can remember going to?
Um, well, I remember I went to Savannah, Georgia,
Oh, cool.
and there was like this part where it was like I think it's like it had history of like ghosts inside of
Mhm.
like the area, and it was like a cemetery that had like a lot of um veterans
Hmm.
that obviously passed away, and it felt really like haunting and it's scary, and I like that. And I was like, all right. And then I think they do like ghost tours too. They had like a van that would like talk about like the different, like the history of it.
Hmm.
I also love the architecture. It's really dope. I think that was like the last thing before COVID
Yeah.
that I remember.
Did you go with like friends or family?
Um, both friends and family. So it
Oh,
was
cool.
mostly family, but we had some friends too that came. We were there to celebrate. It was more of a like a bachelorette party because
Oh, cool.
it was my sister-in-law's. She was getting married. Oh, she's already married, but at the time,
Yeah.
you know. But it was a really cool area. I would like to visit again.
Are you like in touch with the spiritual realm? Do you do you feel like you have some kind of like medium qualities?
In a sense, yeah. Like I like anything that's like spiritual. Like I like sometimes I like to watch like the either psychic shows or even like
Mhm.
on TikTok, for example, there's some like weird like psychics people. It's weird. But I like I feel I'm very like spiritual, like I can sense a couple things. Um but I feel like if you're really in tune to yourself, then I think everybody has that capability.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty interesting. No, I mean, I'm a full believer in that whole thing. Like we watch all those ghost shows. Like I watch Ghost Adventures, even though everyone just makes fun of that and they think that's full of shit and all that stuff. But
But
I've also been watching what's the one? It's on like Lifetime. It's on YouTube, but it's like The Haunting of.
yeah.
So I watched that one. It's like Kim, whatever her name is. I feel fucking terrible. I always know her name, but then of course, like when you need it, you can't pull it out of your pocket.
It
But
happens.
yeah, it's called like Haunting of or The Haunting of or something like that. And it's basically a spinoff of celebrity ghost stories.
Yeah.
And they take those stories and then they actually go to the location that they refer to in the story and like try to like squash the whole haunting and like bad shit happening to them thing. But it's pretty interesting. And it's
It
on
is.
YouTube.
I'll definitely like look into that. 'Cause I love that like the whole ghost spirits and um it's so cool.
I think it's cool. I think it's really interesting too. Like, I mean, everyone wants to know like what happens in the afterlife or what happens like when we pass. Everyone wants to know that type of answer.
There's a show on Netflix that talks about near death experiences.
Oh yeah. I've seen
You
well,
seen
I
that?
saw the first episode.
Same. I didn't finish the whole thing.
About as
But
far as I got.
same. But so far it was really interesting how like before like they have this near death experience and they like
Mhm.
see this light or whatever or they see their loved ones, and I think it's pretty interesting. Super
Yeah,
cool.
it's really cool. I don't know. Interesting. I could do like a whole podcast about just that
Same.
and just like talk about the same shit every day. But anyway, next question: beer or wine?
Wine.
You're more into wine.
Yeah, because
Red or white?
I like white, like the sweet ones. I like that a lot. Because like beer is just gross. I don't know. It just
Yeah, I feel you.
makes you bloated.
Yeah.
I like wine kind of just gets you like relaxed in a sense, but yeah, it just kind of like You can
Just
have a
gets
glass
you
and you're
fun.
fine. Yeah. So it's like okay. But yeah.
I feel you. Yeah, like beer. I didn't realize I'm either like allergic to some kind of component in beer. Like it's like I don't know if it's the gluten or like the histamine or whatever it is, but like if I drink a lot of beer, I'm like the fucking guy who's just getting sick. Like
Oh yeah, that's not a bad thing because
yeah.
beer isn't the best thing ever. It could be the gluten. It could I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, if I drink like wine, I don't get too bad, but like I normally if I do drink it's like tequila or seltzers or just something like gluten free.
Yeah.
But I have a better time with that. I think it's the gluten for real though, because I don't know about like well, obviously in New York, there's probably a shit ton of breweries, and you've probably been to a lot.
Yeah.
Well, like that was kind of like the thing, you know. Well, it still is the thing, but you know, when it first started off, it was like really the thing, and we went to different breweries and like hopped from one to another, and then next thing I know, I'm just like fucking sick to my stomach and
Oh
fucking all
no.
these craft beers, you know.
They're
So
they're probably like, oh, you're just drunk. You're like, no,
yeah, they're
I'm
just like
just
you
allergic
suck.
to something.
Yeah, you suck. You can't drink a lot. You're just talking shit. All right. Next one. Circle pit or wall of death?
Ooh. Wall of Death. Because I feel like it's rare. It doesn't happen a lot. And when it
Mhm.
does, you're just like, oh, here we go.
Have you been to shows where it's like, you know, 9 people there and there's one guy just trying to mosh, even though there's like
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
9 people there?
All the time.
I was just curious because I've been trying to like on my TikTok, I've been trying to recreate all these like awkward moments at shows.
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah, and it's just funny because like I'm trying to pull ones that actually happen to me. So I'm gonna plug that real quick. But anyway, which headliner would you rather open for? Falling in Reverse or Deftones?
Ooh, I'm gonna say Falling in Reverse, I would say. Although yeah, I would say Falling in Reverse. 'Cause I think their crowd is gonna be huge, especially when shows get back.
Yeah,
So the crowd is pretty cool. So I'm gonna say that.
yeah. I was thinking about that like when I was doing the Falling in Reverse reaction. I was just like, damn, like this guy can like, or you know, the whole group or whatever. But Ronnie Radke can post like fucking 4 songs in a year, and then still be like killing it in numbers. Whereas
Yeah.
you know, people putting out albums can't get like any you know
That
any
is true.
static. You know,
It's crazy.
it's just the influence this guy has is just insane, and his outreach. I don't know if it's like Twitch or I don't know what it is, but like he has like this cult following.
Yeah, he does have a cult following for sure. For sure.
It's crazy.
It is.
So like, is that something that you have to be mindful of, like as a solo artist, like moving into this new like era of music? And
Pretty much yeah, I guess, yeah.
do you think of it as like you have to sell yourself as a product, or like how do you?
Well, no, not pretty much selling myself as a product per se, but kind of like just show who I am,
Mhm.
you know, who I really am, and just having people just see if they like it.
Yeah.
They like who I am, you know, I guess personality and all of that. Instead of selling myself as like a product, because then that's like kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that was probably a bad way to put it. But like
No, you're
I was just trying to think of like, you know, you have to think of it from like I guess a marketing standpoint, and like I think it's more like image is what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
or an aesthetic rather.
yeah.
Not like a product, because that just sounds weird. Like I'm a flashlight. This is a product. But yeah, like I think that's something that you have to be mindful of, because I think that's what all these TikTokers and people that are aspiring to be like a big thing, they're all just like having an aesthetic.
Right. Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty
definitely
interesting.
important.
All right, so if you could hang out with one of these celebrities for a day, who would you choose? Avril Lavigne or Ollie Sykes?
Ollie Sykes. I would say Ollie Sykes. He seems like an interesting person to hang with. I think Avril Lavigne might not be for some reason. I feel like I might be awkward with her, so I don't know.
Yeah. Did you hear about the whole Avril Lavigne, like the lore behind her little like controversy or whatever?
Oh, that she had like a twin or something.
Yeah, like she has a doppelganger.
Yeah, I heard everything about it.
Do you believe that, or do you think it's like just the same person?
I don't know. There's some things they say that kind of seems pretty real.
Yeah.
But personally, not really, because I know like she was pretty sick. I think she had like Lyme disease or something.
Yeah.
And then that like really affected her. So, I mean, I don't know. I could say, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've seen like both sides of the argument, so it's like hard to tell. But
Yeah,
if anyone really knows, that would be sick, and they should drop that in the comments if they're listening.
for sure.
All right, next one: Blink 182 or Nickelback.
Blink 182.
All right, I threw that one in there just to fuck around, but I'm not gonna lie. But so you don't like Nickelback?
They're okay, but I mean, like one time I was driving and I did caught myself singing to a Nickelback song because it was on the radio, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh no, this is Nickelback! What am I doing?" But no, they're fine. They're fine. It's just, I guess it's like a joke.
Yeah. I feel like Nickelback is just like it ruins your cred if you like bring them up or something. But like some
Right.
people are pretty loud and proud about liking Nickelback.
Exactly. So
I don't
it's
think it's bad. I mean, in my
It's
opinion, like good music's good music. I don't know what genre to call it, but the jokes are just what makes it kind of cringe.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. So we've approached the last question and then we'll take like a mid-roll break or whatever. But anyway, so album of the year for 2020, who do you got?
Album of the year for 2020?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just this past year.
I would say maybe honestly maybe Bring Me the Horizon, but
Oh,
that's
sick.
but it was like more of like an EP.
Yeah.
It's like maybe not. I don't know, because 2020 obviously was a weird year.
Yeah, for sure.
So like albums and stuff, there wasn't a lot of music coming out 2020
Mhm.
in a sense, or albums that were like really like yeah.
Yeah.
So but I would say yeah, maybe Bring Me the Horizon. Trying to think of another one, but it's gone.
I feel you. Mine, the one that I picked was like Moss to Flames, No Eternity in Gold. That was my favorite one.
Oh, okay.
And behind that, I think I picked Currents, The Way It Is.
Oh
The
yeah.
Way It Ends.
Yeah. That was definitely a good album. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones, I feel like honestly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was a really good one. For sure.
It's sick. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna take a quick commercial break and then I'll be right
Sounds
back.
That was good.
Let's take a fucking break, everyone, okay? It is that time of the day. We need to listen to this week's hidden gem, and I cannot wait to show this one off because I talk about this band all the time on the show. We talked about this band during the whole icebreaker questions in this episode, and the band is If I Die First, which is a Little Lotus's like post-emo, screamo, post-hardcore band, whatever you want to call it. It's fucking dope. It's 2000s nostalgia. I cannot fucking preach about this band enough. And the song that we're going to play today for the Hidden Gem section, Is It Me or Your Secrets That Keep You Up at Night? This is a fucking banger. It is off My Poison Arms EP. It was on my EP list for 2020. So let's get wild. Throw your hands around. Do a TikTok. Let's get it.
I know
And we're back. How is everything going? Obviously, things are going kind of shitty. But how's it going on your end?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Trying to do my best. Write music. Just teach. Try to live life as best as I can.
Yeah. Have you been doing a lot of like remote style work, or like how's that been?
Yeah. I've been doing a lot of remote, and now I'm kind of going back in person as well.
Okay.
Except today, I'm gonna be remote. So, but it's been mostly remote, and not a lot of people want to come in yet.
Yeah. So like, do you teach at like in a private environment, or do you teach like public schools, or like how's?
I teach at at a music school. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on that because I noticed that like you have a pretty long list of accolades. It looks like you have a lot of
Yes.
things that you've accomplished. How old are you, by the way?
I am 27.
Wow, so you've done a lot in like or a short amount of time, air quotes. But so like, how like impactful has it been for you to finish a degree in like a music school?
It's been very impactful. If I didn't went to school, I wouldn't have the job that I have now, because you need a degree
Mhm.
to be teaching. But I mean, it's been probably the greatest decision I've made
Mhm.
in my life to go to school and do what I love. So
If you could like not go back in time, but like if you could tell like yourself something like when you first started it, like what type of advice would you give that person?
to just don't stress too hard. Take it one day at a time. It'll come.
Hmm.
I would say that. Yeah, just like don't stress too much.
I feel that. So like how many years did it take you to acquire this like degree?
4 years.
Okay, sick. And like, for anyone who's listening, because I feel like this would be a good episode for them to learn, just kind of gain some insight into like going into like music school or something like that. If they're like kind of questioning, like, is it going to be worth it for me in the end, in the end game or not? Like, in your opinion, what do you think about like music school, like in terms of that?
I would say if you really, really want to do music for like a career, I would say it's really good to do it. But it really depends on like your goals and what you want to accomplish.
Hmm.
Like if you for me it was like I really wanted to learn the inside and out of music, like learn the history, learn the theory, really get in, like breathe, sleep, and dream about it. And because for me, like I was the type that when I started doing music, like I taught myself how to do it.
Hmm.
So like I taught myself how to play guitar. I took like a couple of lessons with piano when I was starting, like at six when I was 6. But then like I pretty much kept just taught myself.
Hmm.
And so I'm like, I just feel like I just need to like really like get into it.
Right.
Learn more into it. So I mean, if someone wants to go to music school, definitely do it if you really want to. If you just want to do it as like a hobby, maybe not.
Hmm.
But if you really want to like breathe it, I would say it's not a bad idea.
I feel that. Going to school for music, what are some like pros and cons?
Um, well, the cons would be like I would say money. So like if you don't have the money for it, like if you want to like get a loan to go to school, that might not be a good option. For me, luckily I had a scholarship, so I didn't have to get anything out of my pocket.
Mhm.
So if I would say apply to scholarships, grants, or anything. So you don't want to be in debt. Another con would be it's very time consuming. You
Okay.
have to practice a lot. You have to be on top of that. Because if not, it's not going to be going well for you. So you have to practice a lot. Like you have to, you'll lose sleep.
Oh, geez.
You'll lose sleep. You have to like study a lot. Another thing is the cons would be like you might not get the job you want after getting
Mhm.
it. Like a lot of people will say like, okay, you can't really get a job with a music degree. You
Mhm.
can. It's just you have to be like either the best of the best, or you just have to just really work hard for what you want to do. So
Mhm.
that could be a con. And especially now it's kind of hard because live music isn't happening. So like if you want to be like a live engineer, you can't
Mhm.
really, do that. And then I say the pros though um is you get to do what you love. Um it's really worth it. It's worth it. All that hard work will pay off at the end. All that practicing and crying will pay off. um, you'll be taken more seriously, um, and you will get what you want in terms of the job that you like. So, if you want to be a teacher, music teacher, you can,
Mhm.
and you'll be fine.
Well, I appreciate the answers because, I'm sure someone out there really needs to hear one answer or the other for them, maybe. Because most of the time, like when you're exploring, like, should I do this or not? It's when you're in that moment and you're just trying to figure out something out real quick or whatever, or figure
Yeah.
something out real quick. Have you seen the movie Whiplash?
Yes. Is that with MGK?
Um,
No.
no, this
No, no,
one's
no.
like
Oh,
the
is that with
jazz
the
drummer.
Yes, 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 yes. And he was like really like mean in a sense.
Yeah.
It was yeah, yeah. I seen
uh,
it.
do you relate to that guy, like as you're teaching music?
Well, with me teaching, I'm more kind of lenient.
Mm,
Um, it depends though, because like if my students don't practice, I do get like I'm like you gotta practice. Um, but it's definitely relatable that movie.
do you think like that style of teaching, do you think that's like over the top, or like do you think it's necessary?
Necessary sometimes. Sometimes.
So he was teaching at like Schaefer. Like where is that at?
Not sure where that is.
I'm
Not
trying to
sure.
find it right now, but I'm trying not to like take too much time like looking this up. But that was kind of interesting. I was just thinking though, like if you're at that level of playing music, like in an education facility or whatever, um, do you have to take it that serious? Do you have to fucking be that dramatic about your teaching style?
You do, yeah, because it depends too on like the students too. If they're just like, they think it's like a joke or something, you have to like really be like, no, this is not a joke, this
Yeah.
is serious. So yeah, sometimes you do, sometimes.
That's funny. Nah, I mean that's the way I think about it because like their reputations on the line because like they're basically like an A&R and they're scouting throughout the school to find the best musicians to like put into the real world and real
Right.
world application whatever. So like it's 24/7 for you and your music, right? Like it never really turns off.
Yeah, it really doesn't turn off.
And so like if you're looking for escapism or whatever, like you just play video games or like you do your reactions, like what really does it for you?
Well, because like with the reactions, I'm still listening to music.
Hmm.
So it's like, I'm still kind of, into the music there. Um, I mean, I'll like play video games or just like read books or watch YouTube videos
Yeah.
or scroll through TikTok or something. Because it's also difficult because like I like to travel and I can't travel, so
Yeah. No, I'm the
there's
same.
a
Yeah.
couple things. But I would like I'll travel or something when possible. But I mean, since I love it so much, I don't see it as like an issue. Like
Hmm.
doing it all the time, it's something that I love. So
I feel that. Dude, I love traveling, and that's like been one of the biggest disappointments this year
I know.
because, I have like a list of like places that, me and my wife want to hit before like, we're too old or whatever. And like even before we have kids, like we really want to go to Disney World before we have
Yes.
kids because like, once you have kids, man,
Yeah,
you have
take them with you.
that's it. Yeah, you have to focus everything on them and, you
Yeah,
know, be responsible with your money. You can't just spend it frivolously or whatever.
that is true.
All right. So, anyways, I noticed that you were sponsored by Black Craft Cult. So,
Yes.
how did you acquire the sponsorship?
So, they were doing Twitch streams on
Okay.
Twitch, and they were just like listening to unsigned artists. They're like, "Hey, we're listening to unsigned artists. Come hang out." And so I just like submitted like my music. I was like, "All right, let's see what happens." And they were listening to a couple bands, and then they saw my video. Um, for Not Afraid, which is one of my singles, and they're like, "Holy shit!" If I can, they're like, "Oh my god,
Hmm.
this is dope." And so after that, and then people in the comments in the Twitch chat was going crazy too. They loved it,
Hmm.
and I guess because of that, they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna sponsor her." And I was like, "Oh wow."
That's sick. So they send you like survival kits and stuff like that,
Y-
like a bunch of
yeah,
shirts and stuff like that, care packages.
yeah. I got a couple of cool shirts. So cool.
That's sick. Yeah, it's really interesting. I think it's cool as like influencers, you can gain sponsorships and stuff like that. So
No, yeah. I never thought I would get sponsored at all.
yeah,
I thought it would be like, oh, later on maybe. Not like so soon, and especially like in a pandemic
yeah,
that I got one. I'm like, whoa, so cool.
that's really cool. So you've done a lot of touring. I've noticed. Like I've read a lot about this. So like, what bands were you playing like with a part in?
Um, that I was playing for touring,
Hmm.
or just like what band I was in touring, or in
Yeah,
just.
what bands were you in like touring?
So I was in a band. Well, I was in a couple of like local bands, and then the most recent one, the band was called Varsity,
Okay, cool.
and so I played guitar, and we did a couple tours, and also I've done some gigs, by myself with like another, not like solo yet, but for like other. One was like it was like for kind of like not for kids, but it
Hmm.
was like a little touring thing that I did as well. It was like a gig that I did, and but I've done that, and it's pretty cool.
That's sick. I just did like two podcasts with Joey from Varsity.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We just did one like this past Wednesday or whatever, but like I just released it today or yesterday. Sorry, I can't talk. I can't talk today. I don't know what I think it's because I slept in a little bit. But yeah, we just like we all got drunk and just like talk shit. That's like
That
literally all we did.
sounds accurate.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. Of course, like on the show, we always like to talk about the background story and all that type of stuff. So like what was your main influences that kind of inspire your music to date?
um, I would say mostly like my influences that kind of inspire the music for what I'm doing today. I would say there's a couple. Like I really enjoy In This Moment The band
Okay, cool.
is so cool. I would say Flyleaf, Evanescence.
Hmm.
Um, Mostly those have influenced me. And it also depends. For me, it depends too on like the mood of what I want in a song. Maybe I
Hmm.
want to capture that mood that a different band has made. Like I don't know if you have you heard of the band The Neighborhood?
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. Like some like pretty much like lyrically I
Hmm.
like them. So they influence me on that. It depends.
That's sick. Um, so like, do you have like Sirius XM or do you just listen to like Spotify? Or like, what do you
Spotify. Yeah. I mostly have Spotify.
do? You have Apple Music also, or do you just have?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I have both because Spotify it's harder for me to find like new stuff that just got released. It'll just show me like a select few things that got released, but like I like about Apple Music is I get to see like everything.
Yeah, yeah. I've with Spotify they just give you based on like I guess your algorithm, like what you
Yeah.
listen to. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so like I feel like I miss out on a lot of stuff and like there's so much music now that it's hard to get through like everything in my opinion.
That is true. Yeah. Like there's like new music every day. Every
Yeah.
minute.
So you've been doing a lot of reaction like videos and stuff like that. I also do like a bunch of reaction videos. Like, what are some pros and cons of doing these reactions in your opinion?
Well, I get to listen to like new music that I never heard, and you know it's really exciting to listen to. So that's like a pros, and like also like talking to people about it, talking about music, and meeting new people. I've met a lot of cool people through that. Um, I don't know. The cons might be just like sometimes negative comments. That's honestly the cons. But I like ignore it now. I'm just like, whatever.
I can't see you getting negative comments. Like, what were some funny ones that, if you can remember any?
Oh, um, I had one. Well, like I had some people be like, "You're not a music teacher," and I'm like, "Yes, I am." No, what are you talking about? Or they'd be like, "You don't know what you know." They'll just say stuff like that, which is like not as bad. I had one person that was like really like rude.
Really?
I don't remember though. Um, I think, yeah, I don't remember what he said. Um, it's okay, but
It's all right.
it's not. It's like it's okay. It's not. Um, yeah, but it honestly is not. It's not that bad if you think about it. The
Yeah, yeah.
comments, you know,
No,
people
I
like to
mean,
troll.
yeah, I get those too. And like, when we did like a drunk reaction to the Baby Metal and Bring Me the Horizon Kingslayer.
Oh yeah,
And I mean, we didn't really say anything bad, like if looking back on it, but like, some things got taken out of context and then, those comments got out of hand or whatever. And like
yeah,
we had this long thread of just like kind of shit posting. So it is what it is. But do you ever let that kind of stuff discourage you from doing that stuff?
when like when I first started a little bit, but then I'm like, you know, it's always gonna be a few people or so that aren't gonna like, you know, what you
Yeah.
say or do, which is fine, you know, no one's gonna. So I just kind of like ignore it, you know, as
Yeah.
long as I'm, you know, excited about listening to new music, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like ask me all the time, like how do I do my reactions because they want to start their own and start
Yeah,
doing their own and shit like that. But if you're out there questioning it, I think the best thing to do is just do it and just see how you like doing it. And I mean, you can always quit. You don't have to just like stay committed to it.
right. That is true.
Sometimes I feel like there's a pressure I put on myself though to like put them out since I've been putting them out. You're like,
Yeah.
and then you start getting those requests, and then you're like, all right, so do I want to do something I want to do, or should I do something that they
They
request me to
would.
do?
Yeah.
So that's the problem I have with it. Like, I'm like, I don't know which one, I try to do a little bit of both though.
Yeah, same, same. Yeah,
Good.
it's you gotta have like a balance with it.
Yeah, yeah. So like, being on tour and stuff like that, we kind of touched on that, but like a segment I do on the podcast, are there any road stories that were crazy and you want to share?
Oh, I mean, there's a lot of crazy stories that happen, but I'm trying to remember. I think, I remember one time, um, we were, I guess, sleeping in the van, and then there was there was deers surrounding our van. We're like, oh no, they're gonna like attack us. And then we were like scared. It was just funny because it was like really pitch dark, and all you just see is just deer surrounding the van. You're like, am I gonna die today? I don't know. I think that's not like super crazy, but that was like a pretty funny moment.
Yeah, definitely. That's funny. Everyone always has like some story that pops in their head that's just kind of crazy or whatever, or just a weird experience. You
Yeah.
weren't, were you in a Walmart parking lot or were you just like pulled over on the side of the road?
There we were at someone's house. It was like their like front yard or something, and it was like in the middle of nowhere, and we just see like deers surrounding. It was weird, especially when you don't know where you are. You're like, where am I? Deers. And we don't, as a like a New Yorker, we don't see deers a lot, so
Yeah.
it was like weird for us.
That's funny as shit. So like you've kind of mentioned off air, but like you've recently moved to Ohio.
Yes.
Okay, so like what kind of inspired that whole like move?
Well, I just I've been in New York for so long, and I just thought it was just a good idea to just, start not start brand new, but just go to a different area and just see how it is. Just explore. I'm young, do it
Yeah,
now before kids or something. And also like here I got like a music job,
yeah.
and
Okay, cool.
I'm here with my boyfriend, and we're just, it's good. It's better, it's cheaper
Yeah.
than New York. So like, yeah, for me it was just better from where I was to move here.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, cost of living is everything, especially nowadays with, how am I going to get my next check? I know that's a question a lot of people have to ask now. And like I've
Yeah.
noticed like the homelessness has gotten out of hand in even Charlotte. Um, a lot of people can't afford to live in the city anymore.
Yeah, it's really bad, especially now with the whole pandemic. It's even worse,
Yeah.
I'm assuming. So
But I don't know. Hopefully it gets better soon, but I mean, I'm treating it as like this is how it is, and until something changes, like I'm not gonna snap out of like this mode, you know, because I want to stay busy and make sure that I'm still able to put out things, as far as content and stuff like that. Like I don't want to make an excuse and like just stop.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to take advantage at the time, even that it is kind of a bad thing. It's like I feel like it's an opportunity to get more things done that I wouldn't normally have time for.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's true. Which is good. It's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. So you've obviously just put out Karma. Like, how long ago was that when you dropped that?
I released it in October.
Okay, cool. So, I'm just kind of prying here, but like, is there anything that we can look forward to soon?
Yes, I do have two things that I'm gonna release like super soon. So it's currently in the final stages. So I'm excited to release them.
Oh, sick. So, like, did you record these in the studio or have you just been doing it DIY?
DIY, all DIY.
Okay, cool. So you're just like self-releasing your own stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
Are you putting like a lot into like marketing or how's that working for you? Like as far as getting your music out there?
Yeah, like just trying to put myself out there, um try. It's a little tricky now. But like trying to put like more videos out and whatnot. And just getting myself out there.
Dude, that's awesome. Well, I'm going to kind of start wrapping it up here. I don't want to take up all your time. And, there's things that we both probably have to get back to and all that. But so what is like one thing that you would like to change about the current state of music if you could?
Oh, I wish that we can, that it would be okay, or it would be better for everybody to like collab more, like do more collaborations, like because like in hip hop it's so easy for like rappers to like collab, and then they both of them get really it pushes both of them out. Like I wish that there was more collabs like in the metal world, and just like push everybody out, just more support in general. That would be awesome. I think that's what's needed for sure.
I feel that. And I kind of wanted to ask you this before we head out, but like, what is your opinion on like metal gatekeeping or whatever? Like, have you run into any kind of roadblocks like that where people are like, this isn't metal or whatever?
Yeah, there's a few. Well, like mostly like in my end, it would be more like a gender thing. It's always like a issue, like, oh, you're a girl, you can't do this or that, you can't, you're not metal or something, or there is a lot of that.
Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of messed up. Just because, I mean, it's like, I don't know why people just don't give things a chance instead of just like doing the alternate and just like stiffing it before like they even hear it out, because like recently, like I just did a reaction to Ginger, but like it's not a band that I've normally checked out, I'm not gonna lie, and it's not because of gender thing at all or anything. It's just because I stay in my own like little bubble of what I listen to, and even though like on the podcast I try to push myself to listen to like new releases and new things, it's hard to get to everything, because there's so much different music. But that's something I'm trying to push myself on this year, is just like listening to those bands that I would normally pass over and giving that thing a chance.
Yeah, that's awesome. Super cool.
What's like a band that you want to shout out that you've been like kind of all over lately?
Definitely Spirit Box.
Definitely.
I love them so much. For some reason, I just I think they're gonna put out an album, I think, and I'm looking forward to that, which is interesting. Like I reacted to one of their videos, and then ever since then I got hooked, which is pretty cool. So
I've done the same thing. Yeah, that was the first time I heard Holy Roller. I like did a reaction to that because like that video was like popping off at the time, and it was just taking off. I don't remember the numbers, but they were like stupid high for like a day or two or whatever.
No, yeah, it's dope, super dope.
Do you have any reactions that you're about to do? Are you doing any today, or?
Yeah, I'm planning on doing some today.
Sick.
Yeah, I have to see which ones.
Well, dude, thank you so much for being on the show. And, I want to leave you. Is there any final thoughts, anything that you want to say to the viewers about, your music, or anything you want to say before we head out?
Yeah, just if you haven't heard my music yet, go to my Spotify, and same thing, go to my YouTube, and check out my reaction videos as well. And you can hit me up on Instagram, which is Marlene Mendoza official, and you can hit me up there. Don't be shy. And yeah, it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, it's super fun. I'll wrap it up real quick, and then we can like kind of talk off the air or whatever.
Sounds good.
But anyway, that was Marlene Mendoza. Go check out her latest release, Karma. Thanks again for being on the show. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Okay. That pretty much does it for today's podcast episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And I would appreciate it even more if you like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. That way you get notified every time I drop a new podcast episode or reaction review. Okay? You don't want to miss out. So if you got FOMO, make sure you hit that bell, people. But anyway, we're going to play some Marlene Mendoza, that latest release, Karma. It is such a banger. I hope you guys have an awesome week. Go into this week with a positive mindset. Take care of the ones around you. Make sure that you keep those people as close to you as possible. You tell them that you love them every second that you can. Don't ever let go. Okay? Take care of the people that love you. That's the most important thing. Go out there, kick ass this week. Don't take shit from anyone, okay? Be who you want to be. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Go out there, have some fun. You know the deal. Till I see you guys on a future episode. Shine on.
What you did, you must repay. 'Cause I'm tired of living this way. All this pain you put on me won't come back to haunt you. Bad things happen because of you. You think it's all a coincidence. I think that you deserve every bit of pain. This is karma. Payback for all of your sins. This is karma. Look back at what you have done. This is karma. Payback for all of your sins. This is karma. Look back at what you have done. Don't worry, I'm not finished yet. It's only fair to tell you what's wrong. Become aware of your insecurities, but I'm not the one who has it all. Bad things happen because of you. You think it's all a coincidence. I think that you deserve every bit of pain. This is karma. Payback for all of your sins. This is karma. Look back at what you have done. This is karma. Payback for all of your sins. This is karma. Look back at what you have This is karma. Payback for all of your sins. This is karma. Look back at what you have done. This is karma. Payback for all of your sins. This is karma. Look back at what you have done.
Shine on.
Hell yeah.